Hey YouTube, wanted to show another knife that I just purchased, and wanted to compare it to some of the other ones that I own. Haven't purchased a knife from this company at all. I've been wanting to, and I just haven't gotten around to it, but finally got a good deal on one and decided to go with, as you know, recognizing the box. That's right, Zero Tolerance knives. And ever since I was at the Blade Show in 2010, this knife was debuting at that time and caught my eye because I was very much into Hinder knives at the time, and saw this one come up and it piqued my interest. Love that it's American built. The 0550 is the name of this knife, as you can see right there. And you know, a lot of videos, a lot of reviews on this, but I wanted to just kind of give my own take on this. Is just a first impression video, and comparing it to the one it's modeled after, which is the XM18 3.5 inch. And wanted to show you some similarities and differences between the two. First off, let me just go ahead and show you the knife. It's a frame lock construction, titanium frame. It's first thought, it's well built. You know, it's a well built knife. I'm trying to get this focused here. There's no doubt about it. G10. I like this little pattern they have on there. I believe they had the brickwork pattern on the 551 when it first came out. But I actually like whatever this is, dash mark line pattern. It gives good grip. Black G10. I also like the fact that they offer you can get optional scales for these in different colors. Monkey's Edge has their frag pattern as well as the traditional Hinder grip pattern on there too. So you can get those in a variety of colors, which can just kind of personalize a little bit more for you. But I'll have to say, and you tell me, those of you who own these knives, this thing is stiff out of the box. And I bought this secondhand. I got a really good deal on it. Maybe that's why, but it looked like it was barely used. So I'm kind of assuming there is going to be a break-in period with this knife, but it is very stiff. It's pretty much torn up my thumb, bruised it up, which I haven't had that problem. Had that problem with the Omnium Zom when I first got it with the lock bar, but I haven't had that since. So once it breaks that detent, it's just the detent is what's the strength is really strong. Once it breaks that, it's very smooth. But let me know what you think on that. If I just got one that was, you know, just a tough detent, or if if it'll break in over time. Plan on using it and trying to work it in a little more. But it is a tough one. But I like how it's built. I like the thickness of it. It really is similar to an XM. But there are differences. I mean, like I said, this is a flipper, by the way, but out of the box, this knife is a lot smoother. Of course, the detents on these third generation XMs are pretty weak, so it's hard to compare that. In fact, I like to blend the two together to get the perfect detent, because this one basically can fling out when you just swing it open, but you can see that it's too weak, and they fixed that on the fourth generation knives. But the thickness, the quality seems from first glance right there, and at the price point, there's definitely no question it's worth the money, especially if you can get one on the secondhand market cheaper. They run around $200 right now, but you can get these cheaper than that. So blade thickness is pretty much equivalent. They're the same. And thumb studs are a little different. You can see there a little block here on the 0550. They're kind of cone shaped here. I prefer the clip on the XM. This clip's not bad. It's just I wish they would have done something different. It kind of reminds me of the Skyline, and just kind of, I don't know. I think they could have done a little bit different there, which I think they have on their latest Hinder knife. They kind of redesigned the clip there, but I'd like to see them redo this and maybe come out with an updated version. Just kind of spice it up a little bit. Maybe even make a flipper version with this. You know, this knife is pretty much equivalent to the 3.5 inch XM18. You can see it next to the 3 inch. It's pretty close to, no, it's a little smaller than 3 inch. It's kind of in between. It's almost an in-between knife. But I love this knife. This thing is unbelievably smooth. The smoothest one I've handled. It's effortless. I like the smaller knives, guys. I'm still into the smaller knives. I'm getting a couple bigger knives though coming in, so it's not that I don't like them, but I just missed out on a 24. Came real close to picking one of those up just to kind of have the complete set, but missed out on it. Maybe someday, not sure. I kind of have a feeling if I bought it, I'd probably end up selling it because I think it's just a little too big for me. But Spanto tip on this. This is going to be more like a slicer grind. S35 VN on the ZT. And on the Hinder is the CTS XHP, which is going to be similar to the same as the Les George VECP, same steel. End up selling one of my user Hinders, my other small XM18, to purchase some of these other knives, and some of the knives coming up soon. Just didn't feel like I needed two of these, and I like this one. I'm going to start using this, and actually I want to start I had never put this one was never, I'd never used this one. I kind of kept it mint, but I want to start breaking this one out. It needs to be used. So anyway, let me know. I'm real curious, for those of you who own this knife, give me the ins and outs on this. Let me know what you think about this one as far as the break-in period, and if there's anything I need to do to make it a little smoother as far as the detent. And I'll give you my, once I use this a while, I'll give you an update. Give you a little more of a review on it. Thanks guys. Have a good one.